for April 29th. This is going to be for periods 4 and 8. So first off, I just wanted to say that I'm going to combine the video for both of those periods because it's just two different sections of the same class. And that way, if I get work from one class that I think might be good for the other class to see, so that you guys can see, what more of each other are doing, I think it could be really helpful. It's really tough to get feedback. I understand, so that's why I really just wanted to widen the pool of what we have coming in, so that we can help each other out. Um, so yeah, if you hear a name, me referring to someone that you don't know from our class, it's just probably because they're in the other class. But I'm going to combine it. I mean, both of the classes are small anyway, so I don't think it'll be too hard to figure out what's going on. All right, so before we jump into looking at some work and talking about what we're going to do next after shooting our 20 different photos and videos, I came across an interesting article the other day from the Washington Post. Let's pull it up right here. Virginia teen created bird bot fueling Nintendo Switch hoarders. Um, this is really funny and interesting. I think that a high school student in Alexandria, Virginia, I think that's where it was, um, wasn't. If you read the article, it says he wasn't very into computer programming, um, but he found uh, he made a bot that was very user friendly, and then he put it on the internet to get feedback about it, and people helped him out, and basically now it's up and people are using it during the pandemic here to have it buy every Nintendo Switch that is put into Walmart or Target or up online for sale, and then the people that are buying these Switches are flipping them, above retail price for profit. So there's really some interesting morality in here about whether this is capitalism. Is this okay? It's just supply and demand, or is this wrong? Is it the same thing as the toilet paper situation that was going on or is going on? Here's a picture of the guy. They didn't want to use his face because there's been a lot of hate mail and things sent out to this guy, um, because I guess angry people couldn't get their Nintendo Switches. So I think it's interesting, and I think that the theme that I want you guys to think about is that there is nothing stopping creation from happening, even though we're stuck inside. We're going to look at some of your guys' work later. Some of it's really good. You guys are really, uh, giving it what you can to try to make something. Um, in the article, this guy ends up. They don't. I don't even know if they use his name. I don't remember. I don't think they do. Oh, Nate. I think that's all they say. I don't think they tell you his last name because he had angry hate mail sent to him. Um, let's see, what was I saying? Yeah, so it says in here that he wasn't very interested in pursuing computer science until he had the experience with making this bot and all. And this is national recognition that's happened, international, because of this. So it's almost like, a fluke project might change the rest of this guy's life if he goes into this field when he graduates high school in the next year or two. It says he's a junior. So, not that I think that our quarantine documentary is going to change anyone's life or anything like that, but I do think that it's, you do need to be thinking about whatever it is that you're enjoying. If there's any projects that you particularly thought were cool, you know, you can turn most of this stuff into a career. You just have to be savvy about it, and mostly you just have to put the energy, the drive in. If you don't do that, then you're not going to get anywhere, and you're going to end up doing something you don't like. So I know this isn't a computer science class. I'm interested in the creation aspect of this, so that's why I want you guys to read it. Same thing as before with the St. Pete or with the Tampa Bay Times article. I'm going to ask you a couple of very simple, easy questions, almost like our CNN news. Um, just to make sure you're reading it, that you're thinking about it, and it's an easy grade. You know, I'm trying to bring your guys' grades up. Some of you guys that haven't been turning in your videos and photos, your grades tanked, okay? You got to get that in because as you can see, next thing we're going to be doing is moving on to editing, all right? So today we're going to set up a folder system. I'm going to go into that in a minute. I'm going to be using Premiere. If you don't have Premiere, I totally understand. Use one of the alternatives we've already discussed. You know, go back and watch the old videos. Go back to the class notebook. There's tons of stuff out there. I'd suggest trying to get Premiere Rush on your phone. There is not going to be anything to turn in today from Premiere, but you do need to get your project set up. I'm going to go through how to do that today. What you will be turning in, though, are those reflection questions. Okay, that's going to be your grade. So let's go ahead and look. One student that that was behind got in touch with me, Malcolm, and he said, "Okay, what do I need to do? How do I bring my grade up?" I explained the assignment. He went out and did it within a day or two, and here it is. Right? I thought it was great. He did everything he was supposed to do. So we're going to take a look at it real quick, and then we're going to set up our editing project. Okay, so there is Mr. Alfred, the zebra head. So it looks like he's got photos and videos mixed together. That's totally fine. We've got the kitty. I want to point out immediately what I really like that he did is he gave everything a name so that I know what I'm looking at from the thumbnail, right? And he put MR. I know that stands for Malcolm Ross. Very, very simple. I need a name. You guys that still aren't putting your names in there, I can't go through it. If I have 20 photos times 10 students, I mean, that's what? 20 times 10, 200? With no names? I mean, what do you expect me to do, guys? You need to rename them. Alleyway. Nice. Now, as you can see, the aspect ratio of these images is vastly different. So when we put this into Premiere, it's going to look different. You're going to have black bars on the sides of some of this. Well, we're going to go over that soon, probably next class. There's the moon, good one. Let's watch this card video. It might be a little loud. Let me get near the volume. All right, I know exactly where that is. That's on MLK. Very cool. The sound is brutally bad. Malcolm, what you might want to do, because I've watched a few of these and the sound in them is not good, you might want to think about taking the sound out of everything and overlaying it with something you write that you can do, like a voiceover or some music, that kind of thing. But I would get rid of all of the natural sound unless you can turn it way down. It's just very hissy. Nice. That is very cool. Yeah, you might not want to use something like this that's a clear mistake. Just delete it and do another one, you know? There he is. That's a great one. I would absolutely use that one. That one almost could be the thumbnail for the whole thing. Very nice. Man, the chimes sound horrible. They really do. I don't know. Like I said, the sound on your phone is not cutting it. You might want to try finding like a stock sound of the chimes. It'd be hard to sync it up though. I'm not exactly sure what you could do with that. Do we need to hear the chimes? I don't know. Probably not. Cute little doggy. Whoop. Got a very, very pixelated Nicolas Cage. That's how we all feel right now. I think with the right voiceover, that could be a really cool picture for this. Ooh, Ooh, I love this. This is very pretty. I love the lines, right? The symmetrical shapes here. Very nice. Good shot. This one should be straighter. If it's about this, then make this straight, okay? Almost like a square shot might have worked. If it's about the trash can, still lower and straighter. That could be cool. I don't know. I think it could work. Um, what I will say is I would shoot everything from one aspect ratio. So like this, right, is how a TV screen looks. This means you're gonna have black bars on the side when we put it together. Little kitty. That's a better picture than the Chihuahua, I think. These street ones could be cooler, but they need to be longer. And like I said, landscape, turn it sideways. I think longer, like let's say you went for an entire block walk recording, and then you sped it up in the editing software. That could look really cool. So I don't know. I would try some more of this again. Good shot. Make it straighter though. Do you see how it's crooked up here? It's like leaning off to the side. It's like we're gonna fall over. I'm not a huge fan of throwing the memes in there. If it's a meme that you make, that's one thing. If it's this thing you took from the internet, I don't know. I'll reserve judgment until I see how it's edited. But I mean, you didn't really make it. You just kind of like took it, you know? That's a beautiful shot. Great job on that one. I actually might like this one better. I don't know. They're both good. I would only pick one though, but good shot with that. Good eye. Same thing here, except I think that the laundry basket and the shot is here. I would maybe almost crop it some. And this is very similar to the other one in the front. So I don't know. Maybe just even here. Maybe shoot it again with just the mantle. Last but not least, we got this woodpecker. Let's see what he's doing. It's funny. You'd think we would be able to hear him, but we can't. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's still a cool shot. I would definitely use it. And I like how this is longer. It gives you more to edit with. So definitely make them longer. Okay. So we've looked through Malcolm's. Here's what we are going to do. Here's what all of you need to do. On your computer, right? Quarantine documentary. You need to create these folders. Make them all empty, right? They can all be empty, no problem. Audio, graphics, photos, Premiere, video. All right. I've got Malcolm's folder here because I took all this stuff and put it in here. We're going to sort it right now. That's the goal of what we're doing. So let me go ahead, pull it over next. This is what I want you guys to all do. All right, here we go. This is a photo, right? I can tell from the file extension. The ones that say MOV are video. So all I have to do is grab the photos, drop them into photos, right? If it's a video, drop it into video. Photo, photos, video, video. And look at that, didn't go in. Do it again. Grab that, put it into video. Now, before I go any further, I want to show you, if I click on it, right, I've got some stuff in here. Now, look, I've got other classes working here too, because when we start building a movie, I'm going to mix and match. I'm not just going to use one student's work. I'm going to use a bunch of different students' work. So you will see stuff mixed together. That is fine for me. Obviously, you're not going to have access to that. You're going to be using your stuff. But what you really want to do is make sure all of the movies are in video. All of the photos are in photo. Okay, that's what we're doing right now. So photo, and this is a photo down to here. It's going in this way. Photo, right? We've got photo, all those look like photos, and then video. We will grab the rest of them and drop them here. Okay, so everything's sorted. This is what you should have right now. Some sort of overarching folder. Inside it, audio, graphics, photos, Premiere, video. Sort your photos and your video. Again, if you're editing on your phone, then you're not going to have this. I understand that. It's not going to be organized in the same way. Next class, we're going to open up Premiere and start bringing in our materials to edit. At that point, you will be doing the same on your phone with Premiere Rush, or if you're using a different software, please send me a message telling me what software you're using, please, because I want some sort of idea so I have an idea of what to talk about. I can't really go through 4 or 5 different softwares. I mean, the video would be 2 hours long. But the 2 I would pick, Premiere or Premiere Rush. That's what I would try. And if you can, just follow along with me with Premiere. That would be best. All right. That's it for today, guys. Remember, go and answer your reflection questions and get everything set up. We're going to open Premiere next class. All right. Have a good one.